Okay, here we go. Zoom has changed the screen around as they seem to like to do every 7 days to me, so it's always a new experience. But we'll get going here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I could ask all of you please to start by muting your microphones so we can avoid that lovely feedback for tonight. And I will take over with doing that for the rest of the meeting. There we go. Just getting everybody going here. Okay, perfect. All right, folks, my name is Dave McIntyre, coming to you from beautiful Vancouver Island here tonight. I'm very, very happy to introduce my very good friend Ricia Adair, who I've known for a number of years now. Ricia and I met through a likewise circumstance as well, a little while back. She's been in the industry for a little bit longer than I have at this point in time, and has been with this company now coming on for, I believe it's coming over a year at this point in time now, which is incredible in lieu of how quickly she has risen this incredible ladder with partner company, which we're all very proud of, and she should be as well. Number 3 in Canada in the first year that she had come on board, which is incredible, and already rubbing elbows with the owners and probably on, definitely in their attention span, that's for sure, on a regular basis. But I'm grateful to be able to introduce her to her tonight. She's coming from beautiful Mexico today. We're all very jealous because the weather is incredibly gorgeous down there right now. And on that, I will let it off and you can take it away, Risha.
Thank you, Dave. Awesome introduction. I want to welcome everybody on board, our guest speakers and our special guest, Dori. We've got a great lineup ahead of you tonight. Let me get my slides ready to go. Do some screen share. Dave, confirm that we've got the screens rocking here. And just close down the old Facebook thing. Well, you can see me having a bit of fun there. I'm pretty excited about life. Life is good, right? So there we go. Dave, can you see my screen? We're good. Okay, all right. My name is Ricia Adair. As Dave mentioned, I am a Canadian.
Risha, we see your Facebook. Oh.
Are we good now? Can you see my partner co-screen?
I'm looking at your desktop right now, Risha.
Okay, let's go back. Yeah. Let's start it again here. Share. And how are we doing now?
Somebody I need you, but I'm having a difficult time doing it. It says screen sharing's on, but blank screen. So
blank screen. What the heck? Technology is my friend. All right.
As I said, Zoom has changed again this week. They just had a big update, so
all right.
That's
so
fine.
Let's try it now. Where are we at? Do you see my slideshow?
Beautiful. Partner.co magazine 2024 number 3 ranker. Here we go.
Okay. Sorry for the hiccup, everybody. Thank you very much for your patience. Yes, I am Canadian. I live full-time in Mexico. At this moment right now, I'm visiting the beautiful Chapala, Ajijic area. I am a guest of Barbara Hoyle. We're going to be hearing from her today. Her and her husband have offered me beautiful hospitality, and their little dog Rags is just lovely. Here we go. I'm going to share with you my story. We bought my dream home, beautiful Casa 700 Mangoes, in July of 2023. We took possession in October of 2023. And what we saw when we originally viewed the house in January of 2023 was a total different house when we moved in October. The house was unattended for months and months. And any house that's unattended is going to require some repair, but triple, quadruple that for a house in the tropics. You can well imagine there were so many repairs that immediately had to be done to get us ready for the upcoming season. It's a mini resort. We have 3 villas, the lower villa on the pool deck. Then we have the next villa above with the ocean view. And then I live in the upper 2 stories there on the top villa. We are on the hill. overlooking beautiful Santiago Bay, and the beach below is a 9-mile beach, Santiago Beach. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, what I learned very quickly about owning a house in the tropics, as beautiful as the dream is, it costs a lot, a lot, a lot of money. And our little nest egg went down to zero very, very quickly with all the repairs that had to be done to get ready for our upcoming season. I'm going to throw in as well, I got super sick from all the stress in trying to manage all these different repairs, finding tradesmen, speaking Spanish with them, making sure everything got done in time for the upcoming season. I got to be really fat and chunky. I got miserable. I ended up with shingles, UTI infections that wouldn't go away, a couple of dog bites that got seriously infected. My first year at Casa 700 Mangoes was a really, really rough year. So I finally went to see the doctor, and Dr. Tom says, Ricia, you have a serious case of FFB, the worst that I've ever seen. Dr. Tom, what is FFB? He says, you're fat, frumpy, and broke. And then that magic day, April 17th, 2024, came along that changed my life. We're coming up 3 years from my anniversary, as a matter of fact. The people on the left are Chris and Joni Budd from Costa Rica, Canadians, really
Your
good
slides
friends
are
of
not
mine.
moving, Ricia.
Re-
There. Your slides were not moving.
yeah.
Are we good now? Are my slides
You're
moving?
at
FFB page now. We're on the FFB page. Waiting for Chris and Joni Budd.
Okay. Are they there?
Not yet, no.
Okay. What the heck is going on with the internet tonight?
Chris and Joni Budd.
Okay. We got them. Thank you. Technology is my friend. We're out in the country, so in a little town in Mexico, San Nicolas. So you never know, right? So thank you for your patience. So when Chris and Joni told me about the drops, immediately my mind says, I need to have this product. I need it for my health. The other part of my mind says, you have no money. You can't buy this. And the other part of my mind says, how can you get it? How can you make it work? So I actually took money out of my massage budget and I bought 2 boxes. And Joni said to me, well, you're in a rough way financially, kid. Why don't you look at my Facebook page? I am posting testimonies every day of so many people that have had amazing results with these products. So I started posting just like Joni. My first post, I had 19 comments. That was Kim Gray, who lost 92 pounds. My second post was 7 comments, and then my box of drops arrived that afternoon. Mike took a picture of me holding the box. I posted, and I had 59 comments, of which resulted in 20 boxes sold and 6 people that wanted to join me on this program. So I couldn't believe how so quickly my life had changed, and I realized this is a product that everybody needs and everybody wants. So let's fast forward. I had set several 1-year goals because now I had a vehicle that I could ride that I knew could help me accomplish my goals. Well, it happened a lot faster. Many of them matured in November, only 7 months after I started. One of them was the delivery of my brand new fridge. I've got my beautiful Sarah, my maid, in the middle celebrating with me. I am having a love affair with them.
Sorry,
What is it,
Ricia's
Dave?
slides are frozen again. We're still on Chris and Joni Budd.
Hey, Ricia, why don't you try shutting off your video and seeing if that helps?
Thank you. Just a minute, please. Just a minute. Let's go to my video. Sorry for the delay, everybody, but again, too, we have an internet service here that's okay. Let's try that. Thank you, Dory. Let's try this again here and go back to the slides. Can you see my fridge?
Chris and
No,
Joni Budd.
Chris and Joni Budd.
Okay, has the fridge come up yet?
It is not.
Okay, well,
Hey, Ricia.
work with, just imagine that you see me
Hey,
there you go.
hugging.
there we
Okay,
go.
just imagine you see me hugging this big, beautiful fridge because I'm having a serious love affair with my fridge. The houses in Manzanillo are all white. White, white, white. I think they took off after some island in Greece. I needed to get that beautiful Mexican color into my house. So we hired an entire paint crew that came in and painted my house with beautiful, beautiful colors. Another goal that realized in November, 7 months into this business. And then we had our pergola on the bottom level that was crumbling very quickly to the point of danger. And it was a scare for security. So we brought in exotic woods from another state in Mexico. We had a crew rebuild our pergola. It's about 40 feet by 20 feet, very large structure, special exotic woods again, too. And that was about a $5,000 repair that had to be done. Again, thank you to Partner Co. We needed to get that done, and it was able to save us. Are we looking at a
We're
motorcycle
having a
now?
little bit of a we're having a little slide. We're looking at your desktop now.
Okay. All right. I apologize to everybody here. Let's start our share again. And we now should be looking at Mike and his brand new motorcycle.
Let's give it a second. It's just on the black screen right now. It takes a second to load up. There we go.
Yay! That's my husband, Mike, and that's his brand new motorcycle. He's like a kid getting his beautiful motorcycle. Again, another goal that we had realized in November. And then in December, after several small earthquakes, our pool failed. And one thing about this, we were having several guests that were checking in on January 2nd. I had to make that glum phone call to tell them, we're looking forward to your arrival, but guess what? The pool is broken down. So again, thanks to Partner Co. and this amazing company and the income that I've been able to create, we were able to rebuild the swimming pool, enhance it with some beautiful lights in the pool, and have a pool celebration party January 14th. So I'm not saying all this to impress you, but impress upon you that we would have probably had to shut down our resort if it wasn't for this extra income from Partner Co. that had us through all these big lumps and bumps and big repairs that had to be done in our building. So I'm ever so grateful. And again, too, it started from me sharing this business, sharing the products by posting on Facebook. That's all I did. And then in December, the company had put several lifestyle credits into my back office, enough for me to actually enjoy 3 princess vacations. The first one is coming up very soon, April 30th, to Punta Cana, to a gorgeous, gorgeous resort in the Dominican Republic. So again, I can't believe it. I'm just here working a digital business, little old me from a computer in Manzanillo, Mexico, communicating with my friends and family in Canada and the US. And voila, my life has completely changed. And yours can too. First of all, we're going to see how this product can greatly help you and affect you and get you on the road to health. This is my testimonial after only 13 days. Can you see my slides on the purple spandex on the top row there, Dave?
All good.
Yes,
We're-
yes.
We're good. Thank you. Thank you. So when I started the program, I was pretty chunky up on the top row, and you could see the transformation in my body that happened only after 13 days in the program. Fast forward, when I left Vancouver Island at my going away party, that was my picture on the left. And just recently, that picture in the turquoise dress with my husband in his turquoise shirt, that was just taken after I was only on the drops for 3 months. So in total, I went from a size 16, 18 down to a size 9. I feel so much better in the respect of I have zero pain. Thanks to MOA, I'll share that product with you. I have no more achy in my fingers and my toes from arthritic pain. I have no achy in my lower back. My plantar fasciitis pain is gone. And today I don't even have a hangnail to tell you about. I am 66 years old and I feel like I'm 35. These products have completely changed my life. Financially, this company has completely changed my life. And that's what we want to share with you today. How you too can be 34, 35 years younger, lose a whole bunch of weight, gain a lot more energy, sleep better. That's what this is all about. I owe it to Darren Zobrist and John Wadsworth, the owners of our company. They bought a series of companies that were in financial trouble that had stellar products. They put these companies together 2 years ago under the brand Partner Co. We are simply better together. And in the last 11 months, I've learned a lot about hormonal imbalance. Have a look at all these different symptoms. And I want, as I go through, for you to think how many of these circles would you tick off to apply to yourself? Mood swings, hot flashes, low libido, acne, headaches, insomnia, night sweats, tiredness and fatigue, food cravings, and weight gain. Some of us will say 3, some of us will say 5, and there's some people in the audience a couple of weeks ago that actually said all 10. And again, too, this can happen from your body being out of balance, your body being in a circus hormonal whack.
Okay, meeting's adjourned, so thanks to everyone who attended, and council, please stay on.
We have some background noise there, Dave. We have over 100 products to share with you, those that are completely nutritious, that will build your immune health, reduce inflammation, balance your hormones, healthy weight loss. We have athletic products that will increase your performance, help you sleep better, better gut health. Together, our products form into multi-billion-dollar industries. Again, they were products that were created by doctors, backed by science, with clean ingredients. And that is what is so important. In addition to that, our company is always doing surprise tests on our various suppliers as we have ingredients from all over the world. We have over 215 published clinical studies overseen by Dr. Ray Strand, our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Pina, one of the leading gastronomical doctors in the world, right here in Mexico City, Brett West, who is the world's leading foremost advisor on the Tahitian noni. We have so many powerful people in our program. Dr. Crystal Vance, she's our Wellness Council President. Kristen White, a true triathlete athlete on our Athletic Council. We have over 1,040 annual quality tests to make sure that the products that you're getting are the stellar, clean ingredient, absolutely proven products that we tell you they are. What excited me was the fact that we could do a global business in over 50 countries. I'm again in Manzanillo from my office. I can touch and communicate with Canadians, with Americans, with Mexicans, Europeans, Australians, all over the world, as you can too. Recently, somebody was posting in Facebook and somebody from Italy had responded. Indeed, we do have the drops in Italy. Send that person a link through your website. We teach you how to do that. It's very easy. The European office fulfills the order, and the following Friday you get paid. It's that transparent. There are no international papers, business licenses, no international tax numbers. It is that simple for you as well to do business in over 50 countries on a transparent level. Let us share with you some of our products quickly. The Nucerity product is one that's been on the market for a long time. It was created by a team of dermatologists. To my knowledge, it's the only breathable skincare mask. It is loaded with first aid ingredients that will help you with problem skin, eczema, psoriasis, battle wounds, scars. There's so many things that this will help you with, as well as anti-aging for beautiful skin. Marlene sent us this picture. She had a bad case of eczema, I believe it was. She rolled for a few weeks and her legs went completely to normal. Her skin condition completely cleared up. Noni and collagen, we need to know and realize that our skin is very important to look after it. I've heard story after story of elders that simply brush against a stucco wall and their skin rips open and they bleed. You need to make sure that you keep your skin all healthy. Don't wait till you're 92 and wish you had. This is an amazing product, including anti-aging for the inside of your body as well as the exterior. The noni fruit is the most efficacious fruit in the world. The Tahitian noni fruit is absolutely the strongest, including many iridoids that are not possible for this product to have in any other part that it grows in the world. We have the exclusive rights to a belt in the French Polynesian Islands that is filled with volcanic ash, perfect growing conditions for this noni to become, again, the most efficacious fruit in the world. The noni is a product, it's a juice that will help you with your overall health and wellness, support a stronger immunity system, boost your energy and endurance. It's my every morning, every night product. How about having joint health so you can go up and down the stairs without any knee issues? Promote your mobility so you can go dancing like you're 35 again. Have a healthy heart. Very important. Your heart is keeping you alive. Help fight harmful free radicals and protect against oxidative damage. Again, anti-aging. Powerful adaptogens supporting your balanced stress response so you can be joyous and happy, and support mood balancing effects. One of my favorites, definitely. The Nutrify line was a line created by doctors, backed by a whole lot of science. The probiotics is a product created here in Mexico by, again, the leading gastro guy in the world, Dr. Pina. The probiotics has billions of pre and probiotic strains. It even has its own special packaging, so it doesn't have to be in refrigeration. It's great for traveling. Your gut has to be healthy. You have to have that healthy gut. It's your second brain, right? Look after your gut. Omega Q is one of the finest products that we have, looking after your brain as well as your heart. Amplify for clear brain as well as energy. Optimal M, Optimal V for your eyes, your muscles, your lungs. Finale is our best-selling product in China, specifically for loose skin as you lose weight. So it's going to tighten your skin, but it's loaded with vitamin C. So it's also going to help you build a stronger immune system. And many people have responded that they no longer suffer from allergies, especially as we walk into spring. The MOA is one of my favorite products. That was the second one I was able to buy once I got a couple of paychecks under my belt. It is loaded with 36 superfoods from all over the world, many tropical places. And these superfoods is targeted towards your brain health, your immunity health, and inflammation. And I know this one in particular is the one that helped me with my arthritic pain. As you see here in this example, this lady had an operation that went bad. Her ankle was seriously swelling. After being on the MOA for just a short time, her feet went back to being pretty again. And can you imagine the pain that you would endure to have feet that inflamed? Again, the MOA is an amazing product to help with so many things. One of the products I want to share with you that I love, as a matter of fact, I had some today. The Sugar Stop is loaded with fiber, and it's going to block, it's a powder that you put into your glass. It has a beautiful mango flavor. And what it's going to do is, for those occasional times that you're going to want to cheat, maybe that lasagna or the cherry pie because it's your brother's birthday, whatever it may be. It's not something to encourage you to cheat every day as we go into talking about the food plan. But it's going to block a good part of the white sugars from entering your bloodstream, and also the carbs that turn into sugars from spiking your blood sugar levels as well. Sugar Stop is an amazing product. Slender Reese Pure Nourish is my breakfast every morning. I put in cocoa, which is a power boost supplement. The cocoa also is fabulous in coffee. I made a cold coffee tonight and it's so good. The Pure Nourish has enough nutrition that should all the food disappear tomorrow, that protein powder, it's a vegetable protein, it's not whey protein or soy protein, it's a pea protein, has enough nutrition in it that will certainly keep you alive. Giving Greens is 1 scoop is now 2.5 pounds of the most efficacious vegetables you can possibly imagine. The spinach, the kale, the broccoli, the parsley, acai, the goji, the cinnamon, Great product as well too for your salad, for your stir fry. Before we talk about the drops, I want to share with you about Renew. It's what I call the fountain of youth in a box. It is the only product, to my knowledge, that will help combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality by training the body to create its own HGH. We have 2 international patents on this product. And number 1, especially for the women in the house, it promotes deeper, more restorative sleep, getting into that deep REM sleep. And I guess there's a lot of guys on the call that don't sleep as well. The Renew is going to help you with that too. Many reports that increases your libido, stamina, and pleasure. Marry it up with the drops, and it's going to reduce body fat and increase lean muscle. And you're also going to enjoy youthful looking skin and hair, and it's going to improve your mood and energy. Let's face it, guys, you have a good sleep tonight, you're going to be making better decisions tomorrow. It improves the cell regeneration. I highly recommend you put Renew in your shopping cart. Now the drops are a flagship product. These drops have been around for over 10 years. Well over 1 million bottles have been sold. You will drop twice the amount of weight as diet alone. We have clinical abstracts showing the results over and over again. These products were created by doctors, backed by science. They are completely natural. There are no hormones in these products. They're safe and effective, stimulant, and hormone-free. And this is what they'll do for you. They'll help curb hunger and control appetite. You will get that message to the brain that says, stop eating now, you're full. I celebrate that I no longer have any kind of sugar cravings whatsoever. I have been off sugar now for almost 12 months, and that was my biggest problem that got me into that fat and frumpy state, is my craving that for sugar that I could not pass. It helps balance your hormones, including the insulin, the ghrelin, the leptin, and the cortisol. It's going to stimulate your metabolism, so you have increased energy. You will feel younger, and you helps you stay motivated. It helps with stress and stabilizing your mood, so you don't overeat. Clinically proven to support your thyroid. There's so many people that have gone off their thyroid medicines according to their doctors. Instructions. It helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels. So a lot of people were able to get their diabetes under control, and many that are no longer diabetics. It helps with brain clarity, lifts that brain fog and memory improvements, and lose weight in your entire body. I call it my miracle drops. I would have never been able to lose 34 pounds over 3 months without my drops. And that was several months ago. I've maintained my weight. I'm still in my size 9 skinny jeans. I eat well. I never feel like I'm hard done by or go without. We have an amazing food plan. And I want to impress upon you, this is not a fad or a diet. It is a lifestyle. Exercise 15 to 30 minutes a day, right? They tell us that to do anyway. Drink your water. And you know what? It's all about eating clean, going back to animal-based proteins, vegetable-based proteins, lots of vegetables, and your fruits and your healthy fats. Nowhere on this list does it say Snickers bars and cheesies and pizza, right? It was those things that we put into our mouth that got us into trouble into the first place. So thanks to the drops, you have a couple of bottles that are going to help you not want those products, not want those foods. And you can go past a pizza house and not even be tempted by the smell anymore, because the drops just work that well. Let's share with you some stories. Jane Storch, I just saw her in Victoria, Canada. She's now down 50 pounds. Look at the difference. And also, I want you to look at people's faces. They all look younger once they've lost the weight. Look at James Laponsi, 47 pounds in 4 months. He looks like a younger brother of the other guy. Dr. Crystal, she lost an entire person. She battled weight her entire life. She's lost 162 pounds. I was just on tour with her. That beautiful lady on the right who lost that weight 6 years ago still looks like that today. And that's the great thing about the drops. You maintain it and you keep it off and you stay in balance. Tracy, our bikini queen from West Virginia. So many athletes love our products because their hormones go out of balance too, and they have far better performance with our products. Katie Fear out of Phoenix. a 30-day transition with her product, with her experience. Maggie out of Fox Island. A picture paints 1,000 words, guys. Julie Park was very, very ill when she started with this program. In a short time, she became very healthy and really cute. Look at how sexy she is, and she's extremely successful with her company. She was married to a doctor when she started the drops. April from Oklahoma looks like a younger sister of the lady in the water. The Hublers have a therapy clinic, a physiotherapy clinic in Richmond, Ohio. They have 5 kids. You can tell the difference in their faces. The inflammation has come down. Josh dissected the science of this product before he would recommend it to his clients, and being totally satisfied, they went, okay, let's go to the races. And in 4 months, they became senior officers, which is a position with our company that generates a weekly check with the comma. A lot of success stories in this company. So many, so many. Sheila Pelletier, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. When she took these, before she started with the drops, she was undergoing cancer treatment with chemo and radiation. Her body was a mess. Her life was a mess. She started with the drops. She regained back the will to live, said goodbye to 25 pounds, and back to being super healthy again. Chris Bailey was recently on our call. He had Lyme disease and couldn't find any help anywhere in the United States to help him outside of more and more antibiotics. The
Ricia,
drops came. Yes. Yes.
I'm just sorry to interrupt you. We're getting so far behind with the slides right now. We're just on the bodybuilding right now, but just this part of the slide seems to be a little bit quicker. So I just wanted to let you know. We're Katie Fear, Maggie Shope, we're on right now. Senior Vice President, Fox Island. So
Okay.
just so you know, because we
All
might
right,
want to
so-
pivot into testimonials.
Okay, can you read the name out as I click and you can tell me that we're on the
Julie
same
Park.
page?
Julie Park. Miss Julie Park. April. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name.
April from Oklahoma.
There we go. The Hublers. I know the Hublers.
Right, these are the guys that had the physiotherapy clinic in Richmond. We got Sheila Pelletier coming up.
Still on the Hublers right now. Just a
Okay.
slower internet connection. It happens
Okay.
sometimes. It makes it
So
more fun.
I will share this with everybody. I host these calls twice a week since August. I have 6 people on my call, and often I don't know what the story is. I just heard from somebody, you got to call Sheila. She's got a great testimonial. I make the arrangements and I interview Sheila, and I get this amazing testimonial every single night, Monday and Thursday night. Amazing things. This is a lot more than 20 pounds, guys. This is about no longer living with migraines, no longer living with fibromyalgic pain, no longer having to shoot insulin. It's so many testimonials, one after the other. I'm not making any claims, no medical claims whatsoever. I'm just repeating what people that come on my call share with me and tell me how their lives have changed and how they've gotten healthy again. I'm so grateful to God for these products. Okay, we're looking at Sheila.
We are looking at Mr. Chris Bailey in Nashville, Tennessee. Back to the
Okay.
Hublers.
Chris is the fellow that had the Lyme disease and couldn't get satisfaction anywhere. And Chris needs to get his jacket altered because he's lost so much weight there. Selena Kirby, lovely lady. She was on my call not too long ago. Her BP numbers have completely normalized.
Maggie Shoble.
Oh,
Yeah, it's actually going backwards right now. Well, we're back to Julie Park again.
oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Okay.
Ladies
Well-
and gentlemen, this is what makes the Zooms fun. It brings the character into them.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the stories, and well, let's just hope the slides catch up. Ashley Antley is a lady that was an X-ray technician in the hospital in Florida. She wanted the drops because she was suffering from night sweats, hot flashes, anxious moments, and Once she took the drops, it was amazing. 15 pounds melted off of her, all of her menopausal symptoms. Her husband, Reese, was a total skeptic and said, I'm going to take the drops just to prove to you that this is some kind of snake oil. Well, Reese released his addiction to 3 Dr. Pepper a day and an entire box of Oreo cookies every night. He lost 65 pounds. So you guys, again, too, there's 1 billion women going into menopause this year. There's a lot of people that we can reach out and help. Penny Toner, my dear friend from Grand Prairie, Alberta. The lady on the left, she suffered so much after she had colon cancer and 5 surgeries, one to correct the firmament. She was at the point that she wasn't enjoying life anymore. She could digest a half an avocado a day. She was fatigued. She lives with her 85-year-old mother, couldn't help mom do anything around the house. She was sleeping all the time. The lady on the right is my dear Penny after only 60 days, a huge transition. She's lost a whole lot of weight. She can get out of bed now. She can do errands and do a normal day like might be normal for you and I. That became an extra effort for Penny, but now she's doing it. And again, that was in a 60-day transition, so she's getting better and better. What slide are we on, Dave?
We are on Selena Kirby right now. It's going a little wacky. It's going forward. Now we're back to Ashley and Reese. And back to
Okay, we'll
Selena
catch
Kirby.
up. I think Penny is right after Ashley. Jerry Wyndham,
No,
you'll see his slide come up in a minute when it catches up with us. He lost 12 pounds, but he also said to me in a recent interview that he lost the shakes. He used to have to hold his other hand as it came up to his mouth when he was having a bowl of soup. He lost the shakes and acid reflux as well. So again, guys, this is a lot more than just 20 pounds. Colleen Braden, I wish you could see her picture as I'm speaking to you right now. The lady on the left is about 400 pounds, and the lady on the right is about 140 pounds. Colleen has done amazing. She's going to be my guest on the call coming up very, very soon. Lovely, lovely lady out of Omaha, Nebraska. A picture paints 1,000 words. Rachel Kemp, she had a lot of baby fat, couldn't get rid of it. In March, when she had her baby, she was 202 pounds. By August, she was down to 170 pounds and looking good. Brenda Trefkowski, she's an officer from the Lethbridge, Alberta area. She lost well over 100 pounds. Again, too, it's amazing. People are losing 100 pounds in 6, 7, 8 months. It's amazing. The fat just seems to melt off. But the biggest thing, I've got to stress this, that these drops are the tools that we need that stop us from wanting the foods that are bad for us. There's a big industry out there that wants you to eat bad foods. And guess what? They've trapped us for the last several decades, but now it's time to get back to clean eating and get healthy again. Barbara McCubbin from Maryland went from chunky size 16 down to a size 7. And Valerie St. Jack went from size 22 jeans down to a size 7. Okay, so again, I apologize that the slides aren't cooperating tonight, but you've heard their stories, so maybe as the slides catch up, you're going to be able to connect their face to the little story that I just shared with you. I want to share with you now the Ab Vantage product. It's brand new. It was recently released about 3 months ago. It comes right out of the Partner Code Labs. And the drops are going to promote overall weight loss, while the Advantage accelerates the loss of harmful visceral fat around your waist and hips. Our leading medical officer, Ray Strand, says weight gain around our middles is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. The medical community is now beginning to refer to visceral fat as killer fat. So now I want to introduce this story to you. I just came from a 2-week trip to Canada. I saw my eye doctor. My mom had macular degeneration, so my doctor is keeping track on me. And you know what is great? I haven't progressed at all. My eyes have stayed equally healthy as they were 2 years ago when I had my last test. And that to me is a win. That's a huge, huge win that my eyes remained healthy. But he handed me a do's and don'ts list. The don'ts are eating greasy, fatty foods. And this is for eye health to protect your eyes from macular degeneration. It also includes the heavy carbs, the heavy dairy, all of those things. Again, not good for your eye health. The do's list include clean eating, like the list we shared with you, strength exercise, and drinking your water. So everything I'm telling you is not only about a few notches on the belt to get into that size 9 dress, size 7 dress, and feel sexy. This is about everything in your life. It's about diabetes, about heart health, about strokes, about eye health, macular degeneration, about all those things that you want to stay healthy. We want to help you stay healthy. So when you're 75, you're up there line dancing and having fun and jumping around on the cruise ship with us. The benefits to Advantage increase calories burned by 10 times, so you get leaner faster. Helps reduce the stubborn visceral fat to slim waist and hips. Helps increase metabolism, so you burn more calories. Activates fat burning cells in your brown adipose tissue and helps prevent weight regain, I should say. Again, I'm in Mexico. This product is not available to me, so I ordered a few jars of it. And when I was in Canada, I was able to bring some back. I have been on the Advantage now for about 10 days, and I had a bit of a muffin top, only on my left side, which is really weird. No muffin top on the right, but a muffin top on the left. And you know what? It's like 50% gone. So this is a product that I'm really excited about, not only for me, but I know it will work for you too. So let's go forward with our testimonies. It gives me great pleasure to bring up CJ. CJ Sense is from Trenton, Missouri. Look at the pictures. Can you see CJ's pictures right now, Dave?
I cannot.
Oh, darn. Okay, because it's
I'm
just
on Dr.
amazing.
Ray Strand's testimonial.
Okay,
I can
all
see
right.
CJ.
Oh, he's the okay. CJ, you'll just have to take your shirt off when you're giving us your testimonial. Well, his picture is absolutely amazing. I wish you could see it. CJ, thank you so much for coming on our call with us. Tell me your story. How
Oh,
did you get
absolutely.
introduced to the drops?
Well, actually, let me just back up just a little bit. My wife and I, Tori and I, we actually started with Mirinda in 2012. We were the 2012 Fit Champions. We lost 238 pounds together.
Congratulations.
Shortly after that, yeah, thank you. We were the Fit Champs. We won a car, and they toured us all over the place. And how that started was I had a meeting. Tori and I had a meeting with John Wadsworth Sr., the founder of Noni, and Tahisha Noni Max hadn't come out yet. And he hands me a silver bottle, nothing on it. And it was because I had told him the story. For me with Noni, I was diagnosed with hereditary liver disease in 2011. And they had told Tori that we needed to get our affairs in order because I wasn't going to make it long enough to outlast the waiting list for a transplant. I had started using Mirinda's FIT program, their weight loss program, and it included Tahisha Noni juice, which I absolutely loved. But Max hadn't been out yet. And we were in John Wadsworth's office, and he handed me a silver bottle. There was no markings on it, anything, and it was Max. And in 3 months, and he made sure, he talked to Brett West, and Brett made sure that I was not without Max the whole time. And in 3 months' time, my liver that was 2.5 times the size of that it should be shrunk down to normal size.
Wow. Wow.
I owe I owe my life to Noni and to Noni Max and to John Wadsworth. This company, Marinda is one of the main founding companies of Partner Co. And John Wadsworth, the CEO, or one of the founders now, we actually got to meet him a long time ago when he was just a distributor. So there's a huge story with us. We work directly with Ann Wilson. You guys probably know her as the lady that gives out Apple Crack. She's actually number 44 on the regional power rankings list. And congratulations, Ricia, on number 28. I keep real close track of that.
Oh, thank
I keep
you.
real close track of that. Tori and I we vowed to be to take Susan's spot. So
there you go.
That's our path. That's what we're aiming for. And if you don't aim for the number one spot, then why aim for anything, right? But that brings us back to the drops real quick, because after John had stepped down from CEO, another CEO had stepped in. They got rid of the program. They got rid of all their weight loss programs and went a different direction. And so Tori and I, we didn't really know how to build. We knew how to lose weight, and we knew how to do it well, but we didn't have a product to lose weight with at the time. Sugar Stop was in its infancy then, and that just wasn't really a weight loss product at that time. So we moved on to another company, and that's how we learned how to do this industry. We spent 7 years with another company with some amazing top leaders in the industry and learned how to do this business. Ann came back to us and said, "You've got to look at these drops. You've got to try them out." And we had been wanting to work together for a long time. I mean, we've known each other since 2012. We've had a lifetime together with her outside of work, as we adopted her as our mom, and we're her adopted kids. And she came to us with the drops, and it was perfect timing. I would say it's divine intervention. I was starting to have some health issues again because I had been able to stay off the liver problems that I was having the best I could, but I really needed the body balancing drops. And when I started taking them, I didn't see weight loss right away. But what I did see was that the numbers, now this is my personal testimony, I'm not making medical claims just like what you said, but I noticed changes in my blood work with my doctor, because my doctor wants to see me all the time. I noticed how I felt, and I just started feeling better. And I started noticing, because I deal with a real rare form because of my liver disease of hypoglycemia. And I noticed that my sugars were leveling out. And that was huge for us, because that was just like, I've been fighting low blood sugar for years now. And to have something to where I'm like, oh my goodness, I can go days without having a low blood sugar episode has just been amazing. But then we started to get serious, because I wasn't serious about it. I was just taking the drops, and I was just like, okay, but I wasn't watching what I was eating. I wasn't doing that kind of stuff. January came around, and we decided to do the challenge. And that's when Tori and I sat down and we took the eating plan, the meal plan, and the guide, and we said, okay, we're going to follow this to a T. We're going to do everything that they say to do. And we started to do that. And then in February, and if you could, hopefully you guys will get to see the picture, I started taking advantage along with the drops in February. And I've lost a total of 19 pounds. I've dropped 2 pant sizes. I actually have like indentions in my midsection now, not quite to the abs point, getting there, but I'm so excited about these products. And from the former company that we were with, there were so many problems with the products. They worked for some, they didn't work for others. They caused horrible side effects for other people. And to be able to come back home to where we're at with products that are just clinically tested and all natural, and to be able to put that all back together has just rocketed our business and our health to new levels. And if you're not being serious about the drops, and if you have that access to Advantage and you haven't started taking it yet, I urge you, please do, because these products are truly life-changing. Ricia talks about it. They've changed her life. There's so many of you I know on this call that it has changed your lives. And we have that opportunity. Let me just say one thing before I quit. I know I'm talking a lot, but at every opportune moment, the opportunity will present itself to be able to share these amazing products. Don't miss it, because it's going to take you to the top.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ricia.
CJ, I love you. Thank you. I want to meet Tori. We'll see you at TXP in Orlando. Thank you. Or not Orlando, but Dallas. Thank you so much for the most amazing testimony. Wow. See, again, too, when I invited CJ to this call, I had no idea about his liver situation, and what a strong testimony. So thank you very, very much, CJ. Now we're going to go right here to Chapala, Mexico. I'm actually staying in her home. Her name is Barbara Hoyle. Barbara and I met a year ago, but we reconnected in March. And you could see the difference. I hope the slide is on the picture of Barbara right now. And you could see the difference in her face of what's happened 28 days on the drops. And she has the most amazing testimonial. Barbara, please come on board and share your story with us.
Hi, I'm Barbara, and I'm in Chapala, and I have so many non-scale wins in 30 days that I wrote them all down so that I won't skip a hope for anyone that's listening. So I'm just going to go ahead and read it because I know time is limited. I'm excited to be active again and alive with a passion and a purpose. I was so bored being retired. I've been retired. I retired at age 62 from the police department after 20 years in network marketing because 3 companies folded. So I worked at the police department for 10 years and retired. I had been an achiever in the network marketing industry, and I was done with it. So I was not interested in doing this business whatsoever, but I was desperate to feel better. I bought a box retail on March 12th, and all I took was the drops for 30 days while I was in Manzanillo. I got in a car accident. They towed my car away. So I was focused on listening to all the YouTubes and tuning into the calls and just being amazed by everybody else's results. But when Ricia returned from a Partner Connect in Canada, I purchased 2 products not available in Mexico, which is Advantage and Elite. So I've only been on those for like 10 days. And so I know that Advantage is burning my stubborn belly fat and Elite is boosting my failing brain health. I had a brain aneurysm in the past, and by the grace of God, I survived it. Also, after a severe case of COVID in 2020, the protocol in Mexico was to stream an intense amount of prednisone into my body for 3 days, which caused 2 heart attacks, ambulance rides, and a case of severe anxiety. I was prescribed a drug to tame the anxiety, and Elite is now restoring the damage that happened to my brain. The drops reduced my sugar cravings. I can now walk past a bakery without having any temptation whatsoever. I had knee surgery in July 2024, which caused severe inflammation. The drops reduced my puffy face and the actual circumference of my leg. Since my hysterectomy at age 23, I have suffered with hot flashes, headaches, insomnia, belly fat, mood swings, and exhaustion for 50 years, covering it up, smiling through the day, not sleeping at night. I've tried keto, vegan, and carnivore. Nothing worked. The drops are regulating my cortisol and insulin levels. So when I arrived at the beach for my annual renewal in March 2025, I was completely exhausted and desperate for strength. Within days on the drops, I would walk flights of stairs with ease. I noted my strength gently increasing as I carried heavy bags of groceries up many flights of stairs. Renew has increased my ability to sleep. For 50 years, my sleep has been disrupted. On these amazing science-based products, drumroll, I have slept in until 7:30 a.m. This is a huge non-scale miracle for me. My regular fight with a pillow to rise at 3:30 in the morning, exhausted, has ended. MOA has reduced pain in my knee, reduced inflammation, and now I have the ability to squat and rise without help. My husband used to have to assist me getting up off a low sofa. Noni was added to increase my immunity and hasten my recovery from the very slow withdrawal from a vicious anxiety med. The probiotics developed by Dr. Pina in Mexico City has enabled me to eliminate waste in my compacted colon. This is a huge relief as I have suffered for years with chronic constipation. Vinali was added because I watched Todd Rowland on YouTube talk all about it, and I also heard Dr. Crystal Vance sing its praises in her recovery. Her testimony has absolutely inspired me and thousands of other people to stick to the low glycemic approved food plan. Again, I started the drops on March 12th after greeting Ricia at a beach Bible study at her casa just in March. She was a totally different person from who I saw in 2024 at the same Bible study. I wanted the health and radiance she dazzled. She started and began to tell me about the business. I'm not interested in business. I just want the drops. 3 days later, I signed up. It was a God tugged on my heart and said, do this. So I'm obedient, and I did. I've just been listening to everyone. I am so excited. My car got towed away, so Ricia graciously drove me back home to Chapala, Jalisco. It's like a 4-hour drive for her. And we got home on Friday night about 5 o'clock. And on Saturday morning, my husband has helped me, and we've had our first Super Saturday at Little Chapel in Chapala. 10 people showed up. 2 new partners got enrolled, and another one will enroll on Friday. But, I also just, another great testimony is that I just got my first paycheck. And for all the things that this product is doing for me, I'm just sharing and doing the system of growth. I'm posting twice a day from an apartment in Manzanillo. My car got towed away. It's the only thing I could do, and I was enjoying doing it, and people showed up. And my husband delivered products. So I just, I'm focused on my non-scale invisible victories right now as my body gets balanced enough to drop even more weight. And but the weight isn't the issue because the scale does not measure how I feel. I have hope. I have enthusiasm. I have energy. I can sleep. I can move my legs. My inflammation is going down. So I just praise God for the vision and integrity of Partner Co. And I can't wait to meet y'all in Texas. And, and I just was listening to everybody, and I had severe allergies, which drove me to go stay at the beach every year for 10 years when the jacaranda blooms here at Lakeside. And so I get an Airbnb, and I'm there for 30 days because the trees are still blooming here. And I came home and I have 0 allergies, 0 allergy headaches. So I got my first paycheck. I'm excited. And thank you so much for having me on the call.
Thank you, Barbara. What an amazing testimonial. Again, I'm staying with her. She stayed with me for 6 days, and I'm now in her house, and I've seen these changes happen with her. And tonight she's wearing a pair of slimming pants, and I go, wow, you go, girl. You're looking good. So it's so fun when you can empower a friend to enjoy some serious changes in their lives, and I'm so happy for you, Barb. Okay, let's
Yeah,
skedaddle
and
here.
I'm 74 years old.
What's that? Okay, let's go ahead here. We're running a bit
And I'm
behind.
74 years old.
We're running a bit behind here. Let's go ahead here. You're probably wondering, how do I get the drops? Well, you can become a customer and buy retail, but why would you want to do that? Because I'm going to assure you that you're going to start looking so good in a very short period of time. People will look at you and say, Mary, Karen, CJ, what are you doing? And you're going to say, well, I've started taking these drops and I'm losing weight and I'm feeling better. And you know what? Before you know it, we're human beings. We like to share a good thing with others. So why not receive one of those commission checks, just as Barbara's just received her first one, for $29.95 US, one-time lifetime membership. You get everything you need, including a back office to track all the commission checks that this company would like to send to you. We have the most amazing training. It's a pretty simple system, but we always have leaders that are helping us with building bigger and better. The Canadian membership is $37.95. Again, it's one time. And the disclaimer, of course, means that depending on your level, passion, desire, skills, and ability, and I'm going to throw back in passion and desire is everything to determine your paycheck as well. So let's talk about turning drops into profits. When you become a brand partner, you're going to immediately get 30% off of retail pricing. And with that, you can in turn share product with your friends and make profits. A 4-pack in the United States is $371. Keep one for yourself, sell the other 3. Again, with our system of growth, I'll talk about that in a minute. You could be looking at $222 plus in profits. In the United States, you do have a 10-pack. The unit cost is as low as $88, and you're looking at profits of $800. In Canada, our 4-pack is $465. You're looking at profits of close to $250 and keeping 1 box for yourself. It's such a win because we can help others with this amazing product. Your ideal goal is to become ultimate. It's a top pay position in our company. Once you get to ultimate, you're there for the career with your time with our company. And basically, in easy terms, it means to promote 30 boxes over 30 days, and that turns into profits anywhere from $2,500 to $2,700. Many people have done it. How? Simply post. People come out of the woodwork and say, I want a box of drops, and it happens a lot. So nowadays we have social media. Facebook is a free platform that you can actually share all of these testimonies. And I'm telling you, we have thousands of them, thousands of pictures of Ricia going, here's me fat, here's me not fat. And then we have Joyce, here's me fat, here's me not fat. We have them all. We have so many because everyone is so happy to share their experience. There's an international market waiting out there for you. What you're looking at here is a screenshot of a boards app. We help you install it on your phone, and it's basically a filing system in the cloud. Under social media, week 1 are the 14 posts for you to put on your Facebook page. When people respond to your publications and ask, what are the drops? What are the ingredients? How do I get a box? Under text strips for drops in the top left are all the answers to any question that you may ever get. And we have this whole system in multi-languages. If you can copy and paste, you can use our system of growth, just plug and play. It's that simple. And that is why Partner Co. had over 350,000 rank advances last year of people just like you and me enjoying and climbing the ranks and getting paychecks, just like Barbara shared with us. This is a recent post of Rick and Crystal. They lost together 210 pounds. This post generated so much reaction to people going, what is this? I want it. Post twice a day, that's it. So first thing, for you to enjoy. And who doesn't want extra income? I mean, life has gotten expensive. Every time I turn around, cauliflower jumps another dollar, apples jump another $2 a pound. So let's talk about how you can enjoy some extra income coming into your mailbox. Call it beach money, if you will. Then you can come and see me in Manzanillo. So first, activate your position with a 200-point order so you're eligible to receive commissions. Again, let's go over. 4-pack in Canada is 200 points. 4-pack in the US is 200 points. Sweeten it up with a box of Renew. I highly recommend you marry those two products together. You'll love me for it. It's 270 points in Canada for the box of Renew plus the 4-pack. In the United States, it's 278 points. You're activated. You're good to go. And should you refer anyone to the program, you're automatically eligible to receive 15% commission. Again, in the US, if you can, buy that 10-pack. Even better is buying a 20-pack, but I would go, depending on your budget, right out of the gate and get the ultimate pack. It's $2,300. It's 30 packs of drops. It lowers your unit cost to $77, and you're looking at profits of $2,710 over and above your original investment of $2,300. In a brick and mortar business, you can't do that in your first month. You can't even get a website for $2,700. So that's a way to secure ultimate. And this way, you're on your way to making top pay and you're locked into the ultimate rank advancement going forward. In Canada, there's all kinds of packs that you can put together to become ultimate as well. We can help you choose a nice kit put together for you. Business for Home magazine compiled thousands of top direct selling compensation plan in the world, and Partner Co was voted the best compensation plan in the industry, and we are locked in with the Bill of Rights. Our compensation plan cannot change. That is critically important to know because that can happen in this industry. It will not happen here. It is legally locked in. We are paid in 9 different ways. Again, retail profits, you make 30% right out of the gate. Mary comes along and says, you know, I don't want to buy retail from you. I want to become a brand partner. I'll pay my $29.95. Mary happens to be in Illinois. She buys 2 10-packs, which is 1,000 points. If you came in at the 4-pack, you would make 15% on the point value of Mary's order. That's $150. If you came in at the ultimate pack, that would pay you $300. It's double the money. It's the top pay. One mentor said to me, Ricia, if the company wants to pay you more money, never leave money on the table. And we're going to invite you to enjoy several of the different products. We heard about the Noni. We heard from Barbara about the Vinali, about the MOA, several different products. So enjoy 100 points of products, or you can sell them through customer links every 4 weeks, and you will stay qualified to receive that commission check. We are paid every Friday. And as Mary goes out there and shares this product with Henry and Helen and others, there's a formula called base pay commissions, and it pays you 15% of the activity of your team based on the formula. Every Friday you get paid. Including new volume bonus, the one that we talked about, you know, when you refer Mary and personally sponsor anybody as well as customers. But let's go back to the base pay. In any given week, should you receive over $250 US, the company puts an additional 15% aside into what is called a savings bonus for you. As that accumulates from Friday to Friday and it climbs towards 10,000, you're going to get that magic phone call from the company. The bells will be going off and saying, hey, you got your $10,000 bonus. And the following Friday, you get paid 10,000 US dollars. For our Canadians on the call, yes, it is US dollars. At the Orlando convention, there were several people on stage celebrating their $10,000 check. Our friends Chris and Joni Budd unlocked their $10,000 bonus in only 8 months. Jerry and Allison Wyndham unlocked theirs just recently. Ashley and Reese had a house fire, and my goodness, how this $10,000 is going to help them rebuild their home. Kim Gray is celebrating with her family. Another way we get paid are the lifestyle credits. I earlier mentioned that when I told you about going to Punta Cana soon. Last year, the trip went to the French Polynesian Islands, to Tahiti. Several very happy brand partners went on that trip, and 5-star vacations. You're treated so well. Shortly after was another trip to the Bahamas. Many, many people went on that, and you are treated like a prince, like a princess. This year, coming up very soon, is the Punta Cana trip, and shortly after that will be the trip to Bali. So just imagine, here you are, you're excited about the drops, a person like Barbara, a person like CJ, you're excited about the drops, you share it, you share the Noni experience. Other people will start buying the product, and before you know it, the company sends you a letter and says, guess what? You're an all expenses paid trip going to Bali. Like, how cool is that, right? And it's happening. 400 or 500 people are going to the Punta Cana trip coming up next month. So this is how exciting this company is, and you can't get that from your job. Yes, it's great to have the job and the security blanket and so on, but I always say you're as secure as last Friday's paycheck. Always have that plan B. Always have that extra income coming in. Several people were recognized, over a third of the audience at the last convention. Again, too, we had so many people in the top ranking. Now, without further ado, I know it's very late on the East Coast, but all the way from Pennsylvania, I want to introduce to you DORI CAPRETTI. DORI was in the pharmaceutical biotech industry for 25 plus years after her university education brought her there. In her 30s, she endured several medical challenges. She wasn't satisfied with the treatment that she was getting, one pill after another, that one did more harm and continued with more harm. So she left corporate America to find balanced health and what could make her feel better. She founded a company called Balanced Health and Wellness LLC. She focuses on women's issues, and the focus now is on finding root causes and helping people get healthy again. I'm so excited to bring this wellness expert to our panel tonight. DORI CAPRETTI, thank you so much for your incredible patience and for coming on board to share with us your story.
Oh, thank you, Ricia. Yeah, it is way past my bedtime, but I'm glad to be on the call. I always get so much from these calls and hearing the testimonials. It just kind of reinforces that I'm at the right place. I'm at the right place. So, like Ricia said, I came from the pharmaceutical industry. I was actually came from humble beginnings, first generation college, and so I knew that I was going to do something in sales. I wanted to be in health and wellness. And so pretty much right out of college, I got into pharmaceuticals, and I was there for nearly 3 decades. And so what I saw there was, you know, we were constantly launching new drugs. I launched one of the first drugs for insulin resistance back in 1999, a drug called Actos. And we were going in, and actually we talked to Dr. Strand, and would go in and would talk to the endocrinologists, the primary care physicians, and we would educate them on the dangers of insulin resistance. What's wrong with insulin resistance? Well, that's your prediabetes. And so, you know, we were educating them, and we were talking about our new drug. And we noticed that the doctors who were treating insulin resistance and people who fell off the cliff into diabetes, which if you have insulin resistance and you don't address it, you will fall off that cliff. They were just kind of sitting there waiting for these people to fall off onto the cliff, off the cliff. And then what they would do is they're like, oh, now we can do something for you. And they would prescribe a pill. And that pill, there was 0 exit strategy. What that pill represented was 11 refills. And the chance of you coming off that drug was like 0%. So I realized that, you know what, I don't know if I'm really helping people. I think initially I was kind of bright-eyed and kind of starstruck and thought, oh, you know, no, I'm doing the right thing. I'm helping people. And then I realized you're never really coming off the drug. The way the doctors are presenting it is, hey, your body's gone haywire. Best we can do is kind of throw some medications at the symptoms. And by the way, here's 11 refills. And that was pretty much that. So I realized with the pharmaceutical industry, you're really never getting to the root cause of the disease. The root cause of the disease is critical for you to address that. Otherwise, when you're chasing symptoms, you're going to chase, it's like whack-a-mole. You're going to chase one symptom, then you're going to chase another symptom, and then another one. And it's really like the wrong, you're never really going to be done with that. You're going to be chasing your tail forever and ever. So when you're looking at what symptoms are really just your body's way of communicating with you like, hey, I need a little help here. So for instance, when women come to me and they say, hey, I have hot flashes. What's going on with the hot flashes? I know, okay, first of all, in the night sweats, I know what's happening is there's a detox issue that's going on. So when your body is in sleep mode at nighttime, it's repairing itself. That's why you don't want to eat a heavy meal right before bed. So what happens is, as your body is detoxing in the liver, which the liver is like an overworked parent that like never gets a day off, what happens is when there are too many toxins and the liver is overburdened, it's like, I don't know what to do. So what happens is it says, I need to push these toxins out of the body. And so what it does is it makes you break a sweat, and all those toxins that can't get out through the regular pathways, it pushes them out through the skin. So what is that called? That's your night sweats. So by understanding that, I'm saying, okay, so you're not really addressing, when I'm putting you on like hormone replacement therapy, I'm not addressing the problem is with the liver. So understanding that once you start balancing the body and addressing what's actually going on, that's when your body is actually going to come back to you. When you're in Western medicine, which obviously most of us are in, you're really, again, you're never getting to the heart of the matter. You're just kind of going around and round and round with the chasing the symptoms, and that's not really going to help you at all in the long run. So when I decided to leave back in almost 5 years ago, when I decided to leave pharmaceuticals, I was really gung-ho on really kind of pursuing my passion, which was holistic health. And so I created an LLC, and I really wanted to start working with women because I knew that I had gone through a difficult time. I was talking to doctors. I had all of these symptoms. They told me my labs looked fine, and I just became more and more frustrated. I'm like, okay, wait, I'm even talking their language. I'm almost a peer of theirs. Like we've known each other for decades, and I'm telling them these things are wrong, and they're saying, nope, your labs look fine. And I just became more and more frustrated. So when I began to understand like what the holistic approach was, I realized that health is not found in a pill or syringe. Your body, which was created by God, knows how to heal itself if you give it the right raw materials and the proper conditions. So I decided that's going to be my focus. And I started to pursue knowledge and education and certifications and so forth, all around holistic medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, anything that basically treated the body as a whole and subscribed to the fact that, hey, if you give the body what it needs, it doesn't go haywire by accident. Those symptoms are sacred messengers that are trying to get our attention so we can give the body what it needs. It's almost like it's a child or a baby that starts crying. It's crying for a reason. Find out what that reason is, and are they hungry? Do they need changed? Do they need a nap? And then give them that. So when you're looking at any disease, it always boils down to three things. And you can tell me, what about this disease story? I'm going to say same thing. It's going to be a nutritional deficiency. There is a nutritional deficiency in the body. Your body, the food that we eat today is not nutrient dense. Our soil has been just really destroyed with fertilizers and so forth. And so the crops that are grown there are not able to pull from the soil. So nutrient deficiency is a cause of disease. Toxic overload, they spray stuff in the sky. There's chemicals there's glue in my mascara. There was lead in my lipstick. Like, we're being poisoned, whether you realize it or not. Back in 1980, all of the tobacco companies were getting sued with people who developed lung cancer. So what they decided to do was, hey, I've got a great idea. Let's go over there and buy Nabisco and Kraft and maybe General Mills, and let's take over the food industry. And they brought their scientists with them. And those scientists said, I bet we can make these foods even more addictive and cheaper. And that's what they did. So this epidemic of obesity and chronic disease has very little to do with you guys are lazy, you guys have no willpower. The ingredients that they put into our food are meant to make us addicted to those foods. So it's not by accident. So the last part of my story is just to kind of give you guys hope in that when people say like, oh, I have this genetic blah, 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 or, oh, my mother had this disease and her mother had this disease and you know what, her mother had this disease. Here's the true situation here. Your genetics load the gun, your lifestyle pulls that trigger. Your genetics make up less than 10% of what will ever happen to you. Now, if you look at my glass of water, your genes make up about this much down here. When you let your life fill up with stress, unmanaged stress, when this starts to overflow, that's when genes that you don't want turn on. So that's when disease presents itself. So as long as we're able to reduce that stress load, we're pretty much keeping things at bay. And that's what I'm going to come back to my favorite product. And there are many products I like. Ricia always asks me, well, what are your top products? But I'm going to come back to the drops. These drops really are something special because they're addressing your two main hormones. So insulin and cortisol are the boss. People worry about estrogen, don't worry about estrogen. People worry about testosterone, don't worry about testosterone. Worry about cortisol and insulin. The reason being is they are the CEOs of the company. So people are busy worrying about like the store clerks. Well, why would you worry about a store clerk when you can talk directly to the CEOs? So when you balance your insulin, which is fat storage, and cortisol, which is your stress hormone, it's also your sleep-wake hormone. But when you balance those two, all of the other hormones above it come into line. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was saying, I have to be on this product and this product because I can't get my blood sugars down. I'm like, how's your stress level? Oh my God, my son moved. I almost got fired from my job. I said, that's what you need to focus on. You're focusing on the carbs and the fats, and you need to focus on that. So always remember insulin and cortisol, which we are focused on with the Slenderized body balancing drops. They're addressing the true crux of what the issue is. The people who are worried about their low testosterone and their estrogen and they're going to go get hormone replacement, you're going to play round and round the mulberry bush till the cows come home. If you're messing with the store employees, you know, the kid who graduated high school and he's now working at the store, go to the CEOs. Once you address those issues, that's when you have a fighting chance of actually balancing your body and coming back into balance. So anyway, so that's my story. You know, I'm a proponent of all things holistic, all things that will balance your body. And again, giving your body the right raw materials and the proper condition. Your body knows how to heal itself. You just have to encourage it by giving it what it needs. So on that note, I'm going to stop talking.
Thank you,
Anybody have
Dori.
any
Oh my
questions?
goodness. So by recommending these drops to your clients, what are some of the results that you have seen with your different ladies?
I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of different results. So obviously everybody wants to lose weight. So we advertise that. So in our clinical studies with the body balancing drops, we showed that you could lose twice as much weight with the drops versus if you just restricted your calories. Even the clients who met their weight goals, many of them said, I have never slept better in my life, and they want to continue on the drops. And again, you know, you're going to do that for different reasons to stay on the drops. Some people want to try to come off of medications. Some people are just glad the night sweats are gone. I basically say you need to be on the drops for at least 90 days to truly balance your hormones. And then if there are other health goals, stay on them longer. But I would say getting rid of the night sweats, losing that weight. I lost 10 pounds and 12 inches my first 30 days. But the thing that kept me on the drops was after my first week on the drops, my symptoms, which I ranked them when I first started the drops, my symptoms were a 31. By the end of the first week, it was down to a 5. So my sugar cravings, my carb cravings, my resiliency to stress, all of that went away my first week. So I have clients that want to stay on them for a whole host of other reasons. But again, they all are attracted to it because everybody wants to lose their 10 pounds or so. But then they see all of the other benefits with the drops and they want to continue.
Just like Barbara shared with us tonight, there's so many non-scale wins. This is a lot more than
Yeah,
just 20 pounds, right? Right. You and
100%.
I, we're just going to wrap up here just a few more minutes. You and I shared a great time together in Salt Lake City, meeting the owners in January. Why Partner Co? What was your impression of the company, the management team, the owners?
Well, so and it wasn't even so much as I was a naysayer in the audience, but it was just like, I was just like, is this for real? Is this really, is this for real? My thing was this: I've been part of companies where they want to hit a sales dollar so that they can sell the company. And that's what I didn't want to I didn't want to put like all the skin in the game and commit and bring on a team and all this stuff if they were just going to turn around and once we hit $1 billion, sell the company. And I was just really impressed when I heard Darren and John talk about we already have the nice house. We already live on this really exclusive island, and we don't need that. We believe in the cause. So I think the leadership, that was a big plus for me, because you know what? Are they walking the walk? Are they talking the talk? I think the other thing is that the people, I've never been surrounded by such a talented group. They're just good people. I mean, everybody is passionate about these drops, about these products. Nobody tonight, I doubt anybody was paid for their testimonial. I mean, it was very evident as I'm listening here, and trust me, it is way past my bedtime, but I'm listening, and I'm just enthralled with how these products are making such a difference in people's lives. So that's the stuff that kind of gets me excited. So
Dori,
it's the people.
it's the people, and it's what we can do to help them. Thank you so, so very much for your testimonial. And I know it's past your bedtime. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Dallas, sending you big hugs all the way from Chapala, Mexico. Thank you again for being on our call.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. All right. Take care.
Awesome, awesome information. Wow, so good, so good, so good. Okay, just a couple of slides to wrap up here. What does balance look and feel like to you? How will you know if the products are working for you? Well, we heard from Barb, we heard from CJ, we heard from Dori. More energy. It's evident the drops will bring you more energy. All of our products are going to help you. You'll sleep better. Wow, there's no price tag on a good night's sleep. Improved mood. You're happy. You don't want to hurt your husband. It's a good thing. Increase in your libido, reduction in inflammation, and get those inches lost, right? And you put on those skinny jeans and you just feel so excited about life again. And there's that emotional thing going on too. You got your mojo back. You feel sexy again. You feel mobile. You can get in and out of an airplane without having to inch your way into your seat, kind of thing, right? Less brain fog, boost in the immunity system, overall sense of well-being. There's so many wins that you will enjoy with these products. Going full circle, as you've heard the testimonies and you've seen the original circles, have you been thinking about people that you know, your uncle, your coworker, your brother-in-law, your sister, people, everyone you see that you meet eye to eye, you cross the sidewalk and you see these people, they have 3, 5, 7 to 10 of these symptoms. We need to reach out to them. We really, really need to reach out. And it's as simple as putting a post on Facebook so people see this and they know that there's help somewhere for them. In closing, are you a 1, 2, 3, or 4? A 1 is person that says, I want to get the drops and I'm prepared to buy retail. Nah, you don't want to do that. I'm from Winnipeg. Nobody from Winnipeg buys retail. But 2, how about getting the best value possible? So signing up, being a brand partner or like a preferred customer so you can save some money and get those discounts. That would be a good thing. But how about the people that say, I want to reach out and help others as well? I want to get on this health and wealth train and ride. If we have any 3s, please put 3 in the chat. And then we have the 4s. These are the ones that want to get on the health and wealth train and ride it big all the way to the top. Because the next time an earthquake comes along, one of those emergency situations that you weren't expecting, you're going to want to have that money to repair your swimming pool or whatever it is you're going to need. Like Dave has all those kids and he's running in and out of sports and all kinds of activities. Children are expensive. Grandchildren are expensive. You're going to want to have that extra cash so you can provide the best possible that you can for your family and have that emergency money. Live the dream, the time freedom, the body that you love. I'm telling you, there's nothing greater than going shopping and getting yourself a new outfit, a new pair of jeans. And I talked to James Scott not too long ago, and he was showing how many belt notches that he's moved past on his belt. Financial stability, having that extra income, right? Getting paid every week is a nice thing. Enjoying a community of friends. All these people on this call, I didn't know them 11 months ago, and now we've got a great big family going on. The luxury experiences, enrolling as easy as 1, 2, 3. We can just help you pick a pack, right? There's several packs to choose from. We've got some amazing products for you to enjoy and be able to share with others. So now is the time, become a brand partner, share with the person who brought you onto the call. They can certainly help you answer your questions. I want to say thank you to DORI CAPRETTI for being my guest tonight. And I always enjoy talking to you with your incredible wealth of knowledge. Barbara Hoyle, thank you so much for being on our call tonight. CJ has left us, but what an amazing recording from him as well. I want to thank all the brand partners who are here on the call tonight. Terry, nice to see you again. Haven't seen you for a little bit. Great to see you. And all the guests that have come on board and been patient with me with my slide interruptions. And Dave McIntyre for being the co-host the most, the guy with the most. Thank you everybody for an amazing call tonight.